Alright, whilst I'm waiting for parts to be delivered so that I can continue with my interior lights, I'm going to start on this motor. As you can see, it's in a pretty poor state. The wires, trying to tell the difference on the colours is, well, tricky to say the least. I will order a new harness. I believe you can order just this little harness, so I'll do that. I've got the new mounts. This curve here, I believe, if I'm correct, that when this is mounted on the firewall, that goes nicely around the inner wing and then tucks up under the dash. So, next thing to do is to give this first of all, give it a good clean before I start taking it apart. I think I'll replace this wire with a nice new one. And then we will be powder coating this, blasting this, and probably I might clear powder coat that. You can see I've numbered the wires, but I'd have to look at my original harness to see what went where, but I'm hoping that once I get it open here, inside I'll be able to see the colours of the wires, and then with the new harness they'll be nice and new and coloured. So, got this bloody great long tail here. That will be cleaned up, and once I get it disconnected here, I'm going to slide this off, and then I shall blast this, powder coat this, and hopefully make everything look pretty. So first things to do is to get it in the parts washer and get all this grease and shit off of it, and we'll take it from there. Let's get on with it. Right, time to move on a little further. I looked through my wrenches to see if I could find a F1 that fits that. It's probably a Whitworth nut, and I don't have that, but what I did find is that an 18mm fits it pretty darn good. The first thing we need to do is take this piece off. Give it a bit of a shake. Yeah, there's obviously a rubber bush there, probably where it went through the bulkhead. So I just have to make sure of that. So get this unscrewed. Oh, there we go. And that should now slide off nicely. Now that's going to make it nice and easy for me to actually clean this up. Also, it's going to make it a little easier for me to get this off. Okay, I've got to undo that now. I'm not sure what size that is. Don't go away again. Let us see. It's probably something like a 2BA. Yeah, that doesn't want to fit. That's close enough. What is that? That's 1/4. Now, do note I did wash this in my degreasing solution, purple power is what I've got in it. So I'm expecting this to have water in it. That's not water that got in there any other time, other than the fact that I've just cleaned it and then rinsed it. Not sure what I'm going to do with this cover yet. What I'd like to do, depending on how I can get it to clean up, I would like to actually just clear coat it. What I must do, I'm going to put these all to one side at the moment, but what I must do is get a bag to put these all in. Otherwise, you know what will happen. Ooh, where did the screw go? Ooh, where did that go? Ooh. Don't know why people make funny voices when they say that things. Ooh, ooh. Yes, okay. I'm amusing myself again. Ooh. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Ooh, then. Ooh, look at that. My God. Ugh. I should be renewing that grease right now. What I need to do is get this baby out of here. I think I probably have to take this clip off. I've not taken one of these apart before, so you will have to bear with me. Depends how bare you want to be, of course. I might better pry that up. There's a spring on the top there. Let's get a screwdriver, see if I can pry that up. It may not be that way because I may need to take this clip off, take the spring off, take it all apart. So that's another good reason to have this video going. And you can see this is the parking adjuster here. It won't adjust at the moment because it's locked solid. And that decides where the wipers park. So you can adjust it once it's in, because it'll never be perfect. Now, let me get a screwdriver there. And this may not be the right way to do it, but I just want to see. Yeah, it's... No, I'm not going to... As I say, I'm not going to force it. I'm going to take this off here. There we go. So, remembering the order in which it goes on and off. Oh, that's got some pressure on it, I can tell you that. All right. Okay, so it's clip, washer, spring, other washer. Is that a separate piece? No, I don't think it is. I think that's the... Okay, how do you come out now? You just... Oh, there it goes. It's because I had that was up slightly. And then this whole thing seems to be one piece. We'll find out. Now I should be able to pull this out of here. Yep. Alright, now that is that cord free. Let's tip all that crap out. There we go, now you can see it in there better. That's some kind of micro switch there. Again for the parking. Okay, that's good. Alright, next thing to do is to put this back in the parts washer again and clean this grease out of here. Actually, I'm going to clean a lot of this out, kind of like this, and onto, yeah, look how thick that is. I don't want my parts washers having to deal with that. So we'll grab ourselves a piece of paper towel and try and scrape as much of this off as we can. Yeah, there's some in there, but not much. And that's a nylon gear in there, so you do have to be careful of that. I'm going to go hacking into that thing. Otherwise, you will be regretting it. And if I do it, I'll be regretting it. And as always, guys, sorry I'm sniffing. I do really suffer with these damn allergies. Thanks, America. Bastards! I'll get you for it. How dare you make me happy. Let's see, give me some of that. Let's see if I can get more out by doing that. Yucky poo-poo. Wiping a baby's bum. Not that I'm into wiping babies' bums, although I have done it in my life. Kind of have to. Ah, look, and there is another washer there. So, is there another one? Screwdriver. Don't think that's another washer, no. Alright, so let's see. You can see the order there. And that order will be very important when you're putting this baby back together. Now, hopefully, will that come out now? Will it, Eckers? Oh, of course it won't, you dickhead. There's a clip on the other side. See, there is a clip here and a washer, so I need to get that off. Let's see if I can do that without killing myself. It's one of those horrible clips. Yeah, I hate these. You need like 2 screwdrivers to get it off, and then the fucking thing flies. Alright, well, no choice, gotta do it. So let's see. I bet there's a special tool for this as well. See if I can do it like this. That really is. It's fighting me. Let's try again. There we go. There we go. Coming. There we go. Oh. Ooh, ooh. You can see what I was trying to do, can't you? Jam it in the groove and then push against it. This is going to be fun, fun, fun. In the sun, sun, sun. Oh, you motherfucker. Right, here we go. Again, go on. I need a third hand to put something in there. Or could I... no, I can't do that. Okay, let's see. Oh, if I put that in there... No, in there. Oh, like that. And then try holding it there. Oops. And I'm using this leg to hold it. And maybe a bit of brute force and ignorance. There she goes. That's it. Pow! Geez. Fortunately, it ricocheted off of everything and came back to me. Wow. I don't know if you saw that or just the back of my head, because that was tight. That is, I hate these clips. They've got nothing to hang on to. So anyway, I used the 2 screwdrivers in case you didn't see, because my fat head was in the way. And I put the thin one in here and tucked it in the groove. Therefore, that allowed me to push it up against here. Then using the other screwdriver on the other end and gave it a push. Then it kind of partially came out, and I could get this screwdriver in and move it out. But what I should have done, of course, once I got the screwdriver in there before twisting it, was put a cloth over it so that this thing didn't fly, which it did fly, but fortunately it ricocheted and came back to me, which is a bloody miracle. Okay, so those 2 now, we know, belong on the back of this shaft, which hopefully should now just push out. Well, just push out, maybe a little optimistic, but it should push out nonetheless. And I don't want to pry on that plastic. Can I just push it out with the edge of the blade? Oh, that's tight in there. As the Germans would say, you know, good and tight. She goes. Well, that is definitely got to be cleaned up in there. And you see there's a ferrous, I believe you call it ferrous metal bush in here. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that is as tight as a duck's arse. And that's watertight. Has to be, otherwise they sink. There we go. Whew. Yeah. Gosh, look at that. That needs a real good clean up. All right, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, I'll give that a good clean. I'll give this, I'm going to run over this with some very fine emery cloth just to get the rust and that off of it. And maybe just put it in the blaster, the sand blaster. I'll see, I'll think about that. I might polish it up too. All right, so that's those, and that, and that, and that, and you to there. All right, now what's next? And that worm gear, to separate from that, because I've got to undo those screws. All right, let me see. In fact, let me get this out of the way before I cover myself in grease, and let me get a bag and put these in a bag too. Give me a moment, I'll be back. Right, we have a bag now that I'm collecting bits in. So next I want to undo this nut here, then undo these screws, and hopefully be able to pull the motor off. This nut I have discovered is a 7/16. So, gets a little tight, but then again it's all covered in crap, so that's not a surprise. That is another reason I love doing a video, because I see everything. And do note that was an adjusting screw that I just undid. I didn't realize that, but it was an adjusting screw to adjust the tension, I would imagine, on that shaft. So that's something to bear in mind when putting it back together. Now, grabbing one's trusty screwdriver, let's first take this off. That came undone, I'm surprised. My gaster's been flabbered again. I don't think that actually holds anything other than that wire. Whether or not that was getting a good connection, of course, is always debatable. We will put it in there. We will be making a new one. Won't we, Will? All right, now let's, oh, these are coming undone nice. Oh, great. All right, let's get these undone. Good. And as I said, I've not done one of these before, so everything I do is could be exciting, with springs flying everywhere and who knows what. There's two bolts there. Oh, that's probably holding the armatures, isn't it? So will this, oh, now is that going to separate? Oh, whoop, okay. All right, you see how that comes apart? Ah, that holds the winding in there. All right. Oh my God, that's messy in there. Boy, is that going to need a good clean up. Now, this here, this here wire, it's been soldered on, as you Americans say. Well, solder it is what I say. Oh, hang on. Can I pull that off of there? No, of course you can't, you prick. How does that come out? Does that pull away? No. Oh, someone's sneezing. It's the wife. Bless you, my dear. Can I pull that off of there? No. Okay, where does that wire go through to will be the question. Is it one of these wires here? Certainly doesn't look like it. Oh, that's interesting. If I can get these. There is these sleeves that go over those screws. Don't lose them, and also make sure you put them in, otherwise it could have a disastrous effect on the wiper motor, which is, I'm sure, the reason they're there. They're not just for good looks like I am. Go on, out you come. Ooh, you bugger. Doesn't want to come out, of course. That would be too easy. I wonder how they got this fucker together in the factory. Was that perhaps not screwed in the factory? Oh, hang on. Ah, that's going to unscrew. Look at that. That little bugger unscrews all the way. And then you unscrew it and let go, and pull that off of there. Oh, and that's got a spring on it. Look at that, okay. Do note that. All these little things when you're putting it back together. I'm going to be watching this video when I put it back together. Look at how that fits in there. Okay, don't lose it. Still doesn't show me how to get that wire out through there. Oh, tell me I'm going to have to unsolder it. Oh, one thing you may have not noticed, there's locating pins here. So when you're putting this all back together, they help position the case. Not that it matters too much. Right, now let's see. Can I get this thing out of here? Oh, the bushes are holding it. Oh, you little buggers. Small screwdriver. Brushes, I mean, not bushes. What's the matter with you? Don't you know your English? And they keep catching. Now you should just come off of there. Why won't you? I know there's brute force and ignorance, and I've got plenty of it, but I don't want to break it. Wow. Really, that is not wanting to play nice. Might be easier just to unsolder that. That, I think, comes off that coil. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby, light my fire. Oh, that's it, don't lose that one. Yes, I think that comes off of that coil, so I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to unsolder that to separate it. All right, this may or may not. It's stopping it. The bushes, the brushes again. Yeah, that brush is getting in the way again. Come on. Cool, this is going to be fun to put back together, isn't it? I wonder if I can get new brushes. Get them from my local hardware store, perhaps. Well, that really is, seems to be stuck there. Well, I could pry it out, but... oh, I see. Wow. How the hell do you get that out? What you can't see, and I can, is that there is a large spring with a ball holding that in. And I don't want to pull on it because I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. I tell you what, guys, I'm going to have to stop the video here. I don't think that cap comes off, does it? That's all part of the moulding, I think. But I'm going to have to jump onto good old YouTube and see. Oh, my brush is all falling apart in there. And see if there's somebody that's done a wiper motor reassembly, and I'm going to have to copy what they have done, as I'm determined to get this damn thing apart. Needs a good cleaning there. And it looks as if, yeah, I mean, I could force it out, but then my question would be, how do I get it back in? Definitely got to unsolder this though. All right, so that's what I'm going to do whilst yeah, let me get my soldering iron. Under normal circumstances I would do this off camera, but I figured what the hell. Let's warm up my tip. Do it on camera for a laugh, so you guys can have a good laugh. Do note the way it is. Bingo, done. Let's hope it's that easy putting it back on. Okay, do note guys, the way round it was, the wire came in this way. So we got this, okay? This little switch here that makes contact. That will all be cleaned up before it goes back in. Now I can separate this, which means I can get this into the parts cleaner along with these pieces, and I'm going to take all that grease off first before I put that in the cleaner. Now, I still can't get this out, can I? There must be a way. I'm not sure really what is stopping that. It still seems to be the brushes. Almost as if there's something else though holding it. Because these brushes really don't go back far enough. Ah, maybe I should undo this. Take it all out as one lump. Let's do that. Let's see. Not that one. Oh, that's too big. Oh, hang on a go. Hang on a go. Hang on a second. Ah, jeez. So it's not that one, it's not that one, it's the one in between, which I don't appear to have. Well, bottoms. Let's see, is it maybe one of these? Well, that's it. It's a 5/16. I must have lost one. Well, nipple bum screw. This is a lovely little wrench. Believe it or not, I got this from Cracker Barrel in their little shop area. It's got 3 out one side, quarter the other, obviously reversible, and it's got a pivoting head too, like me. My head pivots, especially when I see a naked woman. Wow! Ciao! Well, these are going to need a good cleaning and coating. What colour should I do the body? Oh, there we go. He says, as it stops. Oh, come on, you should all be going out now. What's stopping you? Me? Oh, hang on, there's something else in there. Oh, Christ. What's this? Here. Is that stopping it? Oh, Struth. I wouldn't have thought it would have been this difficult because they assemble these in a factory. The only other thing I see is this, and I'm not sure what it is. Oh, could end up buying myself a new motor here if I screw this up. Yeah, let's see. Don't know if this will work. that one up. Okay. Sorry if this is boring for you guys, but I'm trying to figure out how the hell this thing all comes out. There's always something stopping it. I don't know what. Because right now that should all go. Wow, I do not know. I don't want to force it and break it. There's something at the top that seems to be stopping it. If I push on that bottom piece it goes, but there's something stopping this. Maybe it's just rust and it's jammed in there. Guess it could be that. Do I dare give that a tap? Just a gentle little tap. This is under the assumption that it's rust. Would you look at it, the bugger comes off now. And that was held on by rust. Okay, so let's see how we can go now. My. Whew. I'll definitely go get me some new brushes for that there. There's one of the brushes there. Put that in the bag. And my local Harbour Freight. Harbour Freight? No. Ace. Have to make something up for that. Maybe some silicone to seal it. Oh, yeah, that is so stuck. Let me pull it back a bit. Push it back. Oh. Oh, and now it all comes out. Yeah, that is so rusty in there. That's what was holding it in. Yes, you do need to take these off. Oh, that's for holding the brushes. Good God. This is looking in a pretty sorry state. Yeah, that spring is... I hope I can get a rebuild kit for this. Because that spring is just totally shagged. Dear oh dear. This is not looking good. Wow. What a mess. What a fucking mess. Oh my God. And it might clean up. I guess I need to find out. There, look at how rusty this is. Better give this a good clean. I really would like to restore this and get it back together. So the only thing I've got to really worry about is maybe that spring there. I wonder where you can get like little springs like that. Let me check. Wiper motor rebuild kit. Maybe it comes with brushes and that spring. At the moment I'm not feeling too happy with what I've just discovered. Hopefully you didn't see too much of the back of my head, or at least if you saw the back of my head you could see the rest. Anyway, you saw how it comes apart. This shaft should have just pulled out, but for whatever reason it decided to bind itself in here. I'm not quite sure why, but it did. I'm still going to clean these items up. So at least degrease them, get them clean. This I'm just going to, yeah, I'll give it a bit of a clean. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to clean it with at the moment. I guess we will see. Maybe some brake cleaner. I'm not sure. But it's got to be cleaned, that's for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Maybe a light glass bead blasting might help it. We will see. Don't lose the brushes, Gary. Don't lose these items with their little bits. Everything in its place and safe. Wow. Alright guys, really not much more to show you now. I'm going to see if I can find myself a rebuild kit. Hopefully I will. And if not, then, well, at least you know how it comes apart. And as all the books say, oh, and reassembly is the reversal of taking it apart. So there you know. I don't know if I'll show the reassembly, to be honest with you. If you've taken it apart this far, you sure as hell better be gonna get it back together. Get it together. Maybe I'll show you when it's all back together. Again, thank you for watching. Do the old usual, like, subscribe, comment. And if you want to send me an email, gstargarage@gmail.com, and that's star with 2 R's. Good night and thank you. Right, I tried running these through with water and Dawn in my ultrasonic cleaner. Didn't really seem to do much good. So I'm about to go down the road and get some CLR. I know that works good on aluminium. So I'll be getting that and then coming back and giving it a go. I have decided to rebuild this. I have found a kit online and we'll be rebuilding it. So the only thing I've got to do now is figure out how best to clean this. I did give it a quick once over with brake cleaner. I might just put it in the sandblaster and just blast this thing because that's really rough. And see, I think this is a bimetal strip, yeah, that has contacts, so I'll clean them up. This, I've ordered a new wiring harness, so probably going to cost me more than a rebuilt one, but hey, it's fun doing it myself and making it right. So the next video, this is going to be part 1. The next video, part 2, will be of me rebuilding it once I've cleaned everything up and powder coated it and cleaned up all these parts in here. So you will be seeing the rebuild, but it may be a couple of weeks before that actually gets out there, purely because I've got to wait for the parts to come in. So what is it they call it, a cliffhanger? Sounds rather nasty to me. Still, it's better than being a Cliff Richard. That's really nasty. Okay, that's the end of this one, and see you later. Well, the cleaning process. This is CLR. As you can see, it is still foaming away. Now, I'm expecting it to clean the aluminium or even aluminum. I'm not expecting it to clean the steel, but I put it in there anyway, and also the commutator. So let's have a look. I don't know about what you think, but I think that looks pretty darn good. I'm gonna give it another go. See if I can get these final pieces off, although maybe I should attack them with a brush first. Give me a... Ooh, come back. Stop it. Oh, I'm gonna have to throw you out. Let me get a brush a second here. Just one of my normal brushes. Just wanted to see how it had loosened this paint up. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Definitely another go. Let's have a look at the steel bit. What did it do with the paint on that? Yeah, loosened it up. Not expecting perfection on this. This I'm going to sandblast anyway. So I'm not going to worry about that. Ooh, that stuff burns. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so we need to give that another blasty poo, and then we'll do the final details on it with I don't know, maybe some cotton buds or some small brushes. I just want to try and loosen this up a bit before I put it back in. I did not want that in my mouth. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Damn, that's looking good. And that commutator, good. It's not worn, it's got a few marks on it, but that'll polish out. I'll get that in there. Where's that? That's what I want, that plate. Come on, give it to me. I don't want my hands in there for too long. Oh, that plate's coming up nice. I may just clear coat that. I was thinking of polishing it. We'll see. All right, guys, let's pull this up a second. Do an arrangement. Get rid of that brush. Right, you there, you there. Let's put you in this position. How's that looking? That's looking good. All right. Okay, let's give it another go. And now wash my hands before that stuff burns through. Great. One more minor thing. This tube here, I have filled it with gasoline, plugged up one end, filled this with gasoline, and I'm going to leave it to soak. In fact, I might even put a little bit more gasoline in there, because this tube is full of old grease. I want to get it out, so I'm going to leave it soak overnight. Once it's done that, I'll pull the plug out, let the gasoline go where it goes. Maybe I'll drink it with some tonic, and then What am I going to do next? I'll blow it through with an airline. All right, and just to let you know, in my ultrasonic cleaner here, I'm using this CLR, calcium lime rust, and it's really good stuff. However, just an amusing little story there. As you know, at the moment we're all having to wear masks, and I was down at my local Ace Hardware, and a woman came in not wearing a mask, and I don't usually say something, but I had to say something to her, I mean, really, man, you should wear a mask. And the management was there, and they said, well, what do you want us to do? I said, we'll get her to wear a mask. They said, why? Why should we get her to wear a mask? I said, because she's fucking ugly.